not to run for re-election.
Also this morning, Penobscot County sheriffs are looking for answers after a local teenager vanished.
And Bucksport firefighters made an unexpected delivery. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for tuning in to Good Morning Maine. The Bucksport guys, they helped deliver a little baby. So we'll hear about that story coming up. But first, a check of that forecast, and a lot like yesterday, it's going to be, we'll see a lot of sunshine today. Might see a few more clouds today. Temperatures, though, staying right around 70. Wasn't it just a couple of weeks ago, it got up to like 98 degrees or something like that?
Yeah, it's crazy how it turns.
Yeah, feels like fall is definitely moving in. All right, let's start things off with a check of the forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College in Calais. Check out the new aquaculture technology program. Alrighty, let's get into things this morning. High pressure continues to remain in control. Not much of a change from yesterday. We still have clouds offshore with a system that still remains to our south. High pressure continues to remain our dominant feature, which continues to be the idea of sunshine, but we will be watching for some clouds that will be moving in today, so we're going to call it a partly cloudy sky. The clouds courtesy of this system that will be passing through, at least the clouds part that we will be seeing today, and Futurecast indicating that today with a partly cloudy sky that will be developing today. Some of those clouds lingering later on tonight, so overall okay, not too bad. The wind staying rather quiet today as well. We'll have to watch the winds as we head towards tomorrow. So today and tonight we're quiet. Tomorrow the winds gust up to around 20 to even 25 miles per hour. So for today we have lower 70s, partly cloudy, and that south breeze at around 5 miles per hour. The hourly forecast for today showing a mixture of clouds and sunshine. Temperatures warming into the 70s for the afternoon. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll see you a little later on with your full forecast. Well, parents with children in Orrington's Center Drive School are making their voices heard about bullying concerns. Several parents spoke up at a meeting yesterday, shedding light on what they say their families have had to face. Our Callie Warren has the story.
Even the bullies need help, obviously. All the kids need it. When you're ignoring those bullies at 9 years old, when they're doing it this bad, they're obviously crying out for help.
Parents in the Orrington area are pushing for a change after they say their school administration has failed to protect their students in instances of bullying.
Stories from sexual assault to racial slurs to physical and emotional abuse.
Those concerned parents made their voices heard at Tuesday evening's school committee meeting, making a public plea to the board to take bullying claims more seriously and adopt a policy that is more in line with the Maine Department of Education standards.
All we're asking is for them to implement the Maine state bullying policy. They don't even have to write one, it's written.
Parents took to Facebook for much of the summer to raise their concerns. They also circulated a petition to change the school's bullying policy.
I've had 40 people sign a petition.
Currently, the student handbook outlines rules that prohibit bullying of any kind, including physical assault, sexual harassment, and verbal abuse. However, parents say that the policy needs to be less subjective and easier to enforce in order to protect these pre-K through 8th grade children.
As someone who's gone through it and as someone who's scared for their child to also do it, I'm saddened and I'm sickened that nothing has changed in these past 15-something odd years of me attending here. And it makes me not want to have my kids here.
Parents plan to talk with state representatives to try to enforce the Maine Department of Education bullying policy in all schools. They say it's for the safety of students all across the state.
So I would like to see the Maine state Senate make the bullying policy a law.
In Orrington, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
We reached out to Center Drive school administrators for comment, but have not heard back at the time for our newscast. Now, Bangor's mayor resigned last night. Cara Pelletier sent a letter to city leaders saying personal attacks convinced her it's time to step down. Pelletier had already decided not to run for election at the end of her 3-year term. According to the Bangor Daily, that term will end in November, but Pelletier is waiting until then to end her time on the council. In her letter, Pelletier said serving in public office invites scrutiny, but she has experienced personal attacks beyond what she considers to be reasonable.
One typo in there, by the way, that was my fault because I wrote that. She isn't waiting for the November election.
Okay.
So she is done immediately, it sounds
Gotcha.
like. All right, moving on now. Game officials are investigating an unusual incident that led to the death of a man in Windham. Officials say a 78-year-old man was found floating face down in Sebago Lake Tuesday afternoon. It was around 4:15 when they were called to the area of the Outlet Cove Road. The initial investigation indicates the man was refueling his boat that was tied to a dock when the gas vapors suddenly ignited. That's when the man either jumped or fell into the water. Emergency crews provided medical attention to Alan Ryder, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. The incident remains under investigation.
A woman from Auburn was killed Tuesday following a head-on crash in the town of Turner. Police say Jacqueline Langvin was driving in a Volvo station wagon on Route 4 Tuesday morning when her vehicle crossed the center line and struck a FedEx delivery truck. She was killed and the truck driver received non-life-threatening injuries. Deputies are now trying to determine what caused her vehicle to drift over the line.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is searching for a missing teenager from Garland. Deputies are seeking information to help them locate 15-year-old Jason Gilbert, who they say left his Garland home on a dirt bike. They say he has not been seen since Sunday, September 7th. If you have any information about Jason's well-being or whereabouts, you're urged to contact the Sheriff's Office at 207-947-4585 or through their mobile app tip line.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is also asking the public for help locating a stolen dump truck. According to a release from the office, the red and silver 1990 silver axle dump truck was stolen on or about Saturday, September 6, in Mattawamkeag. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact the Sheriff's Office at 207-947-4585 or through their mobile app.
The Maine CDC is urging everyone to protect themselves against mosquito bites after the first case of Eastern equine encephalitis virus has been detected in Maine this year. They say the Maine resident became ill with severe symptoms in late August and remains hospitalized today. The EEE results are considered presumptive, while the Maine CDC awaits confirmation by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The Maine CDC says the risk of mosquito-borne disease across the state is high this year, especially for Penobscot, Piscataquis, Somerset, and in Waldo counties. There are steps you can also take to protect yourself. They suggest applying insect repellent when you're outdoors, reschedule activities that happen at dusk or dawn, which are peak mosquito hours, drain standing water in pools, bird baths, or pet bowls, and also wear long pants or long sleeves to keep those mosquitoes away from your skin.
Governor Janet Mills opened the 2025 Affordable Housing Conference, which brought together stakeholders from all sectors of the industry as Maine seeks solutions for its affordable housing crisis. Governor Mills addressed different parts of the state that have developed new housing options and highlighted how her administration dedicated $315 million to housing efforts. A panel of lawmakers and housing experts also spoke about the impact in the legislature. Stockton Williams, the executive director of National Council's state housing agencies, mentioned a new bill called Road to Housing. This will have 27 provisions such as rural housing, home repair, small mortgage lending, and disaster recovery.
It's a very significant piece of legislation. We'll see it gets over the finish line this year. There's a lot of interest in the Senate leadership on the Republican side. See if there's a pathway to actually get it through before the end of the session, before the end of the calendar year.
For more information, visit our website at foxbangor.com.
Well, in tandem with that housing conference in Bangor, Democratic candidate for governor Hannah Pingree held a listening session in the city to gain more insight into the housing challenges. She says in speaking with Mainers, housing is a top concern for people, whether it's residents, business owners, or leaders. Pingree says yesterday's session is the first of several listening sessions to Come On Housing.
People can't afford the housing they live in, can't afford to buy a house, young people coming back to the state, seniors trying to find an affordable rent. So we're hearing a lot about housing issues. So we're going to travel to communities across Maine and ask people what's working, what's important, what do they want from the next governor.
Senator Angus King told an audience of cybersecurity stakeholders that cyber criminals are not facing real consequences for attacks on the U.S., and that needs to change.
The real hellscape, Rosie, isn't Chicago or Washington, it's the cyber domain.
King appeared at the guest speaker at forum hosted by Politico today. King said the country is moving in the wrong direction when it comes to cybersecurity, citing cuts to federal cybersecurity and infrastructure agency, known as CISA, and cuts to state and private sector funding for cyber defense. Another major concern, he says, is lack of consequences for cyber attacks and those who perpetrate them.
We're still waiting for the response to the Sony hack. What was that, 10 or 12 years ago? We're going to respond at a time and place of our choosing. Hasn't happened. Volt Typhoon, Salt Typhoon, no real response. It should be an all hands on deck, hair on fire kind of thing, and I don't see the administration moving in that direction.
King says 2 years ago, the cost of cyber attacks worldwide was around $8 trillion, but in another 2 years, it could reach $27 trillion. He's co-sponsoring a bipartisan amendment with Republican Senator Tom Cotton that charges the Secretary of War with developing a national deterrence strategy for cyber attacks.
Well, members of the Bucksport Fire Department say a mother and her newborn are now doing great after members of the department helped deliver the baby early yesterday morning in the back of an ambulance. Our Grace Blanchard has the story.
It couldn't have been any more perfect. The best type of delivery.
It was a typical night shift for the Bucksport Fire Department. That's until crews were called to assist a young woman in labor.
When we got there was no crowning whatsoever, and as we set up our equipment, Mom felt the need to push, and in one fell swoop, we had a baby boy.
Baby Loki entered the world at 3:33 a.m., much to the surprise of his parents, Tessa and CJ of Orland, and the paramedics.
Dad was great. Mom did a great job. We're the support crew. We don't deliver the baby. Mom and Dad were amazing.
It was an honor. It's a rare opportunity people never get. We were lucky enough to be the ones on shift that night.
While it was Captain Payson's third delivery, this experience was a first for firefighter and EMT Brody Mingo.
I mean, going into a call for the first time with any situation is going to be overwhelming. We train to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
They say it was the dispatchers at the Hancock County Regional Communications Center that helped keep everybody calm amid the chaos.
911, what's the address for your emergency?
Dispatcher Madeline Gardner was on duty when her colleague Madison Robichaud took the 911 call.
I mean, it feels pretty cool to be part of bringing life. So, I mean, it's one of those things that, again, it'll stick with you for probably a while, if not forever.
We get a lot of bad parts. We get long days, bad calls, but this makes it worth it. It is refreshing, reminds you that we're here for a reason, and we do what we do because we love it, and we are able to help people.
In Bucksport, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
How neat is that? The family
so
gets
cool.
a great story out of it, too, you know?
Yeah, and the time now is 6:13. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear all about a Bangor nonprofit that specializes in counseling services, providing treatment to people who may not get help any other way.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. It looks like a partly cloudy day ahead today with highs near 73 degrees. It will be mostly clear tonight. You might see some fog, too. Lows dropping down to the mid-40s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy with highs near 77. We'll be right back.
Let your creativity run free at the Creative Arts Center, where we offer fun and affordable activities for all ages. Birthday parties, pottery wheel classes, painting lessons, or just for the fun of it. Get fired up for glazing projects as well as acrylics. We offer a wide selection of ceramic products for you to choose from, and we have thousands of pieces ready to paint. We are a Paragon kiln dealer and a Laguna Clay distributor. Stop by the Creative Arts Center today, located just off the Joshua Chamberlain Bridge in Brewer. The Creative Arts Center, where your only limitation is your imagination.
On Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you.
Last season on Jeopardy!
How is anybody ever going to beat this guy?
A shocking end to a streak for the ages.
I did not expect to win.
Now the stage is set. Who will step in and light it up? New players.
It is very fun.
Bigger stakes.
I'm excited already.
And a chance to shine.
What a great competition.
The all-new season of Jeopardy!
Yes, finally.
The City of Bangor officially named a new finance director during a Monday night City Council meeting. Effective immediately, Stephanie Kimball is taking on the role after a unanimous vote. After the former Bangor finance director, David Little, resigned in July, Kimball served as the acting finance director. According to the Bangor City Council, she has nearly 10 years of accounting experience.
I'm very excited about being the new finance director for the city. I love the city of Bangor. I'm really passionate about process improvements, about making processes more efficient, eliminating unnecessary spending, working on audit ahead of time instead of waiting till the end of the year, things like that. But thank you very much.
Kimball has been given a 3-year contract and will receive a starting salary of more than $116,000.
New University of Maine research could help lower the cost of prescription drugs. One of the main factors driving prices in pharmaceuticals includes cholesterol-lowering drugs and antibiotics. Is the cost of production and materials. Researchers at the University of Maine Forest Products Research Institute say they have discovered a sustainable method to produce the key ingredient in a broad range of pharmaceuticals, which could help address high prescription costs in the U.S. They studied a new cost-saving pathway to produce one of the medication's crucial building blocks from glucose. The researchers say glucose can be derived from things like wood chips, tree branches, or other woody biomass.
A new nonprofit in Bangor is taking a unique approach to mental health counseling. As our Alex Schley tells us, organizers say the program has several advantages.
Saving Grace Counseling is a new mental health service in Bangor that seeks to provide treatment for people who may not otherwise be able to access it.
Our job basically is to bring hope back to the hopeless.
Founded by Bangor native Scott Hosier, the organization creates universal access by simply asking all clients to pay a small fee for services, or if they can't, the organization covers it.
We ask everybody to at least bring $20 no matter their income. If they don't have any money, then we get donations.
Saving Grace Counseling also uses a unique approach, where clients are asked to commit to a 12-week counseling program, but not obligated beyond that.
We're not the type of counseling center where we're going to keep you for years. But if they want to continue, that is up to them.
Before participants leave, the organization works to ensure they have resources needed to move forward.
We've worked to help build social circles for them, like they have the tools necessary, they have the groups necessary that they need to go talk to, they have phone numbers, friends and family if they want to be involved or become a part of a team for them.
The pastor at the Brick Church in Bangor, Leon Licata, works with the unhoused population. He says the community needs more organizations like Saving Grace.
We definitely need to have more mental health options for these people, especially those that are suffering severe drug abuse and just homelessness in general has a lot to do with mental health issues.
In Bangor, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The time now is 6:19. After the break, Hurricane Kiko may be slowing down into a tropical storm before hitting the Hawaiian Islands.
We'll have all the latest on that coming up. Plus, Poland's military officials took down drones during a Russian attack on Ukraine. We'll have details on that and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Our Maine lakes hold our favorite memories, like your kid's first big catch, endless laughter and excitement, and that perfect sunset to end the day. For over 25 years, Harvey RV and Marine in Glenburn has been there to keep your adventures alive. From family pontoon boats to sleek fishing boats, Harvey RV and Marine will make sure your love for Maine lakes never fades. Find your new boat this fall at Harvey RV and Marine, the unofficial sponsor of Family Memories on Maine lakes. Just 6 minutes past Tractor Supply, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
I do a lot of Zooms, and so I really have to have the internet working when I'm working from home. My husband works from home, so we needed something that was going to work consistently. First, we signed up for the internet, and then from there, we went to the mobile. So it's easy, it's all in one place. The bundle with Spectrum One saves us at least $100 a month. The plan was inexpensive, and it stayed inexpensive, so that's really what sold us.
Real customers, real savings. To see how much you can save, visit spectrum.com/save.
How did Bob's become one of the fastest growing furniture stores in the country? Furniture heroes like JT from Quality Control. He ensures that every product meets Bob's high standards, like our 5-star Consumer Reports recommended Treasure mattress.
And heroes like Melanie from Distribution. She makes sure you can get your dream power sofa in days, not weeks.
While Jackie from Finance keeps costs low, so our everyday low prices stay lower.
What a terrific trio. Everyday low prices on quality furniture delivered in days.
Oh, my Bob!
Welcome back, everyone. Hurricane Kiko prepares to pass through the Hawaiian Islands, but the storm may not be as bad as previously expected.
Fox News' Michael Estime has more from Hawaii.
We're tracking some trouble in paradise. What was Hurricane Kiko has been downgraded, thankfully, to a tropical storm, but the impacts, though, certainly not downgraded. In fact, we have high surf warnings that are in effect for over 250 miles of the eastern shores of the Hawaiian Islands. Why? You can see it behind me. Look at the size and the magnitude of these waves. Through the day today and tomorrow, at times, the National Weather Service is saying we could see wave heights peak between 10 to 15 feet. You can see the explosive nature of these waves behind me. This is only for experienced surfers, by the way. They're saying everyone else needs to stay out of the water if you're not experienced in the waters here in Hawaii. And again, the effects are going to be felt both today and then through the day tomorrow. In Honolulu, Hawaii, I'm Michael Estime for Fox Weather.
Certainly good news, and boy, does the weather look great there in Hawaii.
I know. Those waves are pretty high, though.
Yeah, he's got a good gig there. I want to be a
Yes.
reporter in Hawaii. Do beach reports.
The time now is 6:23. Let's get a full look at that weather forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College in Cowlitz. Check out the new aquaculture technology program. Already some areas of dense fog developing this morning, mainly off towards the western parts of the state, maybe a little bit near Bar Harbor, but otherwise that's about it. We're looking pretty good this morning as high pressure continues to remain in control. Our picture from yesterday to even today not changing all that much, with a system to our south causing some clouds to develop and high pressure continuing to remain in control. Now there is that system right there, and in fact it will send some clouds in our direction today, but otherwise we will continue to remain quiet. There is another system off toward our north and west at this moment in time, so we will remain under a partly cloudy sky for today, and in fact later on tonight still some clouds lingering through, but as we head towards your Thursday, we will be under a mostly sunny sky, maybe some clouds passing through for your Thursday, a dry cold front moving through, but no precipitation to worry about, and in fact we clear out as we head towards Thursday night and the parts of Friday morning. We do need a lot of precipitation, though. Severe drought developing across a good part of the state, a small spot under some moderate drought abnormally dry as you head farther off towards the north. The northern parts of the state, the only part not under any drought at this moment in time. So we need a lot of precipitation. We're just not getting a lot of it yet. But today, not a lot of gusty winds. Tonight, not a lot of gusty winds either. But tomorrow, that will be changing with some gusty winds up to around 20 to even 25 miles per hour. But for today, a partly cloudy sky with highs in the low 70s and that south wind at around 5 miles per hour. So for tonight, we have mid-40s, partly cloudy, areas of dense fog with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Tomorrow, it is the September 11th anniversary, so we pause to remember that. We're going to be reaching for the upper 70s, partly cloudy and breezy, and that north wind at around 25 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College. Mostly sunny for your Friday with highs in the low 70s, lower 70s again for your Saturday, partly cloudy, and then lower 70s for your Sunday with a chance for rain showers.
Seasons Lounge and Banquet Center. We're just one block from Hollywood Slots in Bangor, and you're home for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Come watch the game with us and have an appetizer combo. See us for game day specials. Fans, food, fun, seasons.
Ready to create your backyard oasis? Alexander's Professional Landscaping will work with you to create your perfect outdoor space. Work one-on-one with our landscape designer to create a unique garden to fit your family's personal aesthetics and lifestyle. Have our pros install your new lawn, garden, or patio. Schedule a consultation today by calling 573-4497. Alexander's Professional Landscaping, the way landscaping should be.
You provide it all. There's no challenge you can't take on, because you've already taken on everything. You've gone above and beyond. It feels like you've brought them together. It feels like your home is taken care of. It feels like you're all at the top of your game with high-speed, reliable, no-stress Fidium fiber internet.
It feels like Fidium.
All across America.
Good morning. Good morning.
Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
GMA, it's an invitation to come together and brighten your morning.
Judge Judy never misses a beat.
This is my playpen.
I get that, Your Honor.
Perfect. Am I doing all right?
Excellent.
Judge Judy.
Weeknights at 5 on ABC7.
Seasons Lounge and Banquet Center. We're just one block from Hollywood Slots in Bangor, and you're home for the NFL Sunday Ticket. Come watch the game with us and have an appetizer combo. See us for game day specials. Fans, food, fun, seasons.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Overnight, military officials in Poland say they shot down drones that violated its airspace during a Russia attack on Ukraine. It's the first time in Ukraine war that Warsaw has engaged assets in its airspace. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, Poland is on high alert after they say Russian drones entered the Polish airspace during a wave of attacks in neighboring Ukraine. Poland's prime minister says Polish and NATO air defenses were scrambled to shoot down the drones. The Polish actions mark what's believed to be the first direct military engagement between a NATO member and Russia since the Ukraine conflict began in 2022. The Polish government calling the incident an act of aggression that posed a real threat to the safety of our citizens, adding that its forces remain fully prepared for immediate response. Authorities even temporarily closing the airspace over parts of Poland overnight. It comes as Russia has ramped up its attacks on Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky saying that Russia continues to kill and there's not enough support from global allies. Now he's urging allies to step up air defense supplies to the country. Over the weekend, Russia staged its largest aerial attack on Ukraine since the war began. During a meeting in London Tuesday, the Secretary General of NATO met with the British Prime Minister to discuss next steps for Ukraine's security and to try and get the U.S. more involved.
Together with President Emmanuel Macron of France, you took the leadership on the coalition of the willing. And last week, the Europeans were able, together with help from NATO and others, to nail down what these security guarantees would look like. Of course, now we have to get the US involved.
Before the attack, President Trump was once again pressed about brokering a peace deal with Ukraine. He says he expects to talk with Vladimir Putin in the next week. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
In other news this morning, troubling news about the economy. Fewer jobs have been created in the last year than we thought. And while the average man is enjoying a pay raise, the average woman is not. ABC's Elizabeth Schultz has the details.
This morning, for the first time on record, the pay gap between men and women has grown wider for 2 consecutive years. New data from the Census Bureau shows women working full-time last year were paid just 81 cents for every $1 men earned, down from 83 cents the previous year. And while men's wages went up nearly 4% in the last year, women's wages did not change significantly. Overall, income gains for the typical American household in 2024 were negated by higher prices due to inflation.
I think the economy is weakening. Whether that is on the way to recession or just weakening, I don't know.
Yesterday, J.P. Morgan CEO sounding the alarm, responding to a different economic figure, a bombshell number about the jobs market. Revised data shows the economy added 911,000 fewer jobs over the 12 months ending in March than previously estimated. The White House blaming the Biden administration and casting doubt on the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which compiled the report. Despite President Trump saying tariffs will boost U.S. manufacturing in the long term, the short term is growing more uncertain, with 12,000 manufacturing jobs lost last month alone. Still, there is good news. Stocks are up. Wall Street hitting new records, fueled by expectations that the Federal Reserve will begin cutting interest rates next week. And gas prices are heading down, now taking the smallest bite out of American paychecks since 2005.
Still, when it comes to the health of the economy, many analysts are voicing concerns about the uncertainty caused by tariffs and the impact of immigration raids on the workforce. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, New York.
The U.S. Supreme Court says it will take the legitimacy of President Donald Trump's tariffs and whether they meet the constitutional test. The nation's high court said Tuesday it will review lower court decisions that ruled President Trump didn't have the authority to issue tariffs under an invoked emergency powers law. A federal trade court ruled the president didn't have that authority, and the U.S. Court of Appeals upheld that decision in late August by a 7-4 ruling. Other cases have also been presented to block the administration from imposing tariffs deemed illegal. The administration argues that the International Emergency Economic Powers Act invoked by Trump does give the administration authority to deal with unusual or extraordinary threats, and the trade deficits and illegal flow of fentanyl into the U.S. from other countries poses economic threats. The Supreme Court will hear the arguments over the tariffs in the first week of November.
Well, crews have had their hands full cleaning up a big mess in California. More than 60 containers fell from a cargo ship Tuesday morning in the port of Long Beach. No one was hurt, but dozens of containers ended up in the water. Long Beach is one of the busiest seaports in the country, with 40% of all shipping containers in the U.S. coming through that port or in nearby Los Angeles. That portion of the port has been shut down while crews work to secure those containers. I imagine some folks out there will be getting their packages a little late because of that.
Looks like a big cleanup,
yeah,
for
what a
sure.
mess.
Coming up on the second half of the newscast, an ancient instrument was restored and played in Jerusalem.
We'll tell you all about that and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Would you or your organization like to stay informed about current full-time job openings at ABC 7 and Fox 22? Email us at tv7jobs@wvii.com or write to us at 371 Target Industrial Circle, Bangor, Maine 04401, and we'll gladly add you to our list. ABC7 and Fox 22 are proud to be equal opportunity employers.
If you haven't walked through the showroom at Davis Brothers Furniture in a while, we invite you to come take a look. At Davis Brothers, we've always strived to stand out from the rest. For decades now, the goal has been the same. Give people a reason to travel from all over the state and beyond to Davis Brothers Furniture in Guilford. Everything in our showroom is designed with you in mind, from a rustic lodge and barn look to traditional and even contemporary furniture. It's more than just a unique look, it's a lifestyle. Davis Brothers Furniture, deliberately different.
Are you experiencing foot pain? Comfort Shoes and More has a team of experts trained in podorthics to help you find relief. They offer tailored fittings, shoe modifications, customized orthotics, and much more for the ordinary or the hard-to-fit foot. Discover the latest in functional and fashionable footwear for men and women from today's top brands: Hoka, Brooks, Keen, Merrell, and Ariat. From running to walking, casual or dress, they have it all. Take the drive to Newport for a sit and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Wednesday, September 10th, 2025, and it is also World Suicide Prevention Day.
Suicide is a growing problem around the world. According to the World Health Organization, someone takes their life every 40 seconds, which is about 800,000 people per year. It's also the leading cause of death for people between the ages of 15 and 29. This is a day to talk about the issue and get people professional help if they are struggling.
Important thing to know is that you don't have to do this alone. There is lots of help there available.
Yes, and this month especially, raise awareness.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to do a story tomorrow on it, so.
Look forward to that.
Yes, we'll hear about that.
Hopefully we'll help some people out there who might be struggling. All right, time for history. It was on this day back in 1897. The very first drunken driving arrest was recorded when a 25-year-old London taxi driver crashed into a building. I think he had to pay a fine of like 25 shillings or something like that, but that was the very first one. In 1919, on this date, a massive parade was held in New York City to welcome home soldiers who served during World War I. In 1940, Buckingham Palace in London was among the buildings damaged during a German bombing raid known as the Blitz. English bombers were sent to Germany in retaliation and were told not to return home with their bombs, ordered to strike anything they could, even if they missed their original targets. One of those bombs fell on the garden of Joseph Goebbels, who was the Minister of Propaganda for the Nazi Party during World War II. That Blitz of London started on this date back then and would continue until May. It was just very devastating.
Yeah.
Now, finally, one more. In 1977, a man accused of torturing and murdering a 22-year-old girl became the last person to be executed by guillotine in France.
In 1987, Pope John Paul II was welcomed by President Ronald Reagan in Miami, where they began a 10-day tour of the United States. In 1991, a Senate committee opened hearings on the nomination of Clarence Thomas to the Supreme Court. The proceedings would become a watershed moment for discussion about sexual harassment after Anita Hill claimed she had been harassed by Thomas while working under him. Thomas went on to be confirmed, but the event did lead to some improvements in the workplace. In 1991, Nirvana's song Smells Like Teen Spirit was released as a single, turning the little-known band from Seattle into a world sensation. And in 2008, the Large Hadron Collider was powered up for the first time, successfully firing the first beam of protons through its 17-mile underground tunnel.
Just an amazing facility over there.
Yeah.
Today's birthdays include actor Colin Firth, who is 65 today, actress Amy Irving is 72, and rocker Joe Perry from Aerosmith is 75 years old today. Happy birthday to them and to you also if your birthday's today. Joe Perry, 75 years old, still out there rocking it up with Aerosmith.
Awesome.
So good for them.
Yes. Let's turn it over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College in Calais. Check out the new aquaculture technology program. Alrighty, let's get into things this morning. High pressure continues to remain in control. Not much of a change from yesterday. We still have clouds offshore with a system that still remains to our south. High pressure continues to remain our dominant feature, which continues to be the idea of sunshine, but we will be watching for some clouds that will be moving in today, so we're going to call it a partly cloudy sky. The clouds courtesy of this system that will be passing through, at least the clouds part that we will be seeing today, and Futurecast indicating that today with a partly cloudy sky that will be developing today. Some of those clouds lingering later on tonight, so overall okay, not too bad. The wind staying rather quiet today as well. We'll have to watch the winds as we head towards tomorrow. So today and tonight we're quiet. Tomorrow the winds gust up to around 20 to even 25 miles per hour. So for today we have lower 70s, partly cloudy, and that south breeze at around 5 miles per hour. The hourly forecast for today showing a mixture of clouds and sunshine. Temperatures warming into the 70s for the afternoon. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Looks fantastic. Thank you very much, Devin. Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood.
Here's ABC's Melissa Adon.
More mayhem is on the way for Lady Gaga. The Born This Way singer has announced more shows to her sold-out Mayhem Ball tour. The added shows begin February 14th in Arizona. Additional tour dates are also planned for Los Angeles and New York. Lady Gaga just took home 4 awards at this past Sunday's MTV Video Music Awards.
I need something big. I need something new. What do you think?
And hello again to the music of Neil Diamond. Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson star in a new movie called Song Sung Blue. It follows the true story of 2 struggling musicians who become local celebrities by forming a Neil Diamond cover band. Look for it in theaters this Christmas. Former Disney Channel star Hilary Duff says she has some new music in the works and will be releasing a documentary series about her return to the music world.
Do you know any jokes? Timing isn't my strong suit.
And Oscar winner Colin Firth is celebrating a birthday today. The King's Speech and Kingsman star turned 65. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Adon, ABC News.
Still here to come this morning, Jack Webb with sports.
Oh, go away.
23 years ago, I started Fox Family Chips. We really strive to be the best chips out there. We had a building that was not working for us. We needed to get a different facility if we wanted to continue to grow. And 2 years ago, we built this building. We were looking at a few different banks in the area, and Katahdin was the best fit for us. They're a local bank, but they were big enough to be able to do some of the programs we needed to get into. Katahdin Trust has been very helpful, honest, and good people.
Come one, come all. Penobscot County's oldest furniture store is having a spectacular liquidation event. You heard right, it hasn't happened in years, but things are piling up and it's time to move them out. Dorsey's annual tent sale is back. The discounts are huge and the selection is amazing. You'll save at least 50% under the tent with deals on recliners, sofas, bar stools, occasional tables, bedroom furniture, dining room sets, mattresses, and more. Hurry in. Furniture at these prices won't last long.
Hi, I'm Tony with TC Hafford Basement Systems. All things basementy. Did you know that a cracked or settling foundation only gets worse over time? A small foundation issue can turn into a big nightmare. This affects your home's safety, decreases resale value, and can compromise the structural integrity of your home. We'll repair your foundation and put your home back on solid ground. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementing.
Catch University of Maine Black Bears football this season on ABC 7 and Fox 22. Proud to bring you 5 home games.
Welcome back in, folks. The Maine football team has been competitive to start the year, but haven't been able to put together a full 60 minutes, which will be their focus in their home opener this week. Our Max Sturm has the story.
On Saturday night, the Maine Black Bears nearly came away with their first victory of the 2025 season against in-conference opponent William & Mary, but the game slipped through their fingers in the final minutes. The team's veteran leaders on both sides of the ball are proud of the effort their team displayed, but acknowledge the need to straighten out the little things in order to close out games.
Just cleaning up the discipline, I think we did that. We still got more work to do on that.
We had opportunities last week we didn't take advantage of, so that's what this week's all about, is just getting back out there and really correcting those finite details to make a difference.
The Black Bears trailed by 1 in the fourth quarter with an opportunity to score the winning points, but a game-sealing interception thrown by quarterback Carter Peavy erased any chance of a heroic ending. Both Peavy and head coach Jordan Stevens understand the importance of playing a clean and efficient game up until the final horn sounds.
One, I've got to be better. I'm the leader of this offense. I've got to perform all 4 quarters. I've got to play complete games. Just me doing that will help everybody else perform better, and the better they play, the better I'll play.
We did a great job scoring points in the red zone, but as you know, we had to kick 2 field goals. So like settling for field goals, that's kind of the difference in the game. We want to score touchdowns when we're down there, and we're going to be aggressive doing that.
Linebacker Christian Thomas is happy with the improvement he saw on the defensive side of the ball, but insists the energy must remain high in every situation they face.
I believe the defense improved from week 1 on just playing all 4 quarters and playing more discipline. We still have some penalties that we still got to clean up on defense and on special teams. Just bearing down and everybody doing their job. Like you said, they were 4 for 4, so we got to do a better job on just being able to put the ball down at any point on the field, whether it's backed up or they're on the 1-yard line, just being able to play football.
Maine is set to open its slate of home games this Saturday when they take on Stonehill College at 6 p.m. Both coaches and players alike are thrilled to finally play in front of a grandstand full of blue and white.
No, I'm so excited to see all my fans and see the Black Bear Nation out there. I'm so excited.
Oh, it's going to be great. The state of Maine's got great fans. This university's got a lot of support.
Always good to be home. Always good to play, in front of our home crowd, and looking to create a home field advantage on Saturday. And that's going to start with our players coming out with a level of intensity towards what we're doing.
From Orono, Max Sturm, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
I'm joined now by Max, who was on site at practice today. Max, as you just explained, the Black Bears have shown they can hold their own against 2 quality opponents, but just haven't been able to finish a game off. What was the energy like and vibe like at practice? Because that's the type of loss on Saturday that could really discourage a team.
Yeah, Jack, I did stop by Alphonse Stadium this morning for the Black Bears practice, and you would not have been able to tell that this is a team coming off of a heartbreaking 1-point loss down in Virginia. This is the type of game that does discourage a team. Like you said, factor on the fact that they had 3 weather delays and didn't land back in Maine until 5 a.m., but the vibe at practice today was truly extraordinary. The defense and offense were jaw-jacking back and forth, getting each other fired up. And if someone missed a play, they let each other know. Needless to say, Maine did not and will not let this loss define them.
Love that. What do you think will be a key factor for the Black Bears looking to pick up that first win of the season at home?
Yeah, keeping the foot on the gas in the fourth quarter is critical. Both games that they have played so far featured a collapse in the final frame where their opponents scored and they couldn't answer back. When I asked Coach Stevens about it, he put it perfectly. No need to rush. Take our time and play well-rounded football.
I love that. Help is on the way. They might get Cape Elizabeth native Nick Laughlin back from injury on Saturday. What impact would he have on that offense?
Yeah, that's one more weapon for this Maine offense. He is like the Deebo Samuel for the Black Bears, the total package and a Swiss Army knife. They move his role constantly. Traditionally, he's a wide receiver, but is thrown in at running back often. They like to run gadget plays with this guy, jet sweeps and plays that will confuse the defense, and he has dangerous speed. If he is back this weekend, Stonehill has got to look out.
Thanks for that, Max. Hopefully he is healthy and ready to go on Saturday. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
When I would visit my mother at the nursing home, there were really bad sores on her back, but nobody would tell me what was going on. Why not?
If an incident has occurred at a nursing home that's brought up cause for concern, call the 2s right now.
The attorneys at Lowry Law helped me get answers. They held the nursing home accountable for what happened to my mother.
If you suspect nursing home abuse or neglect, we're your go-to lawyers.
Join us every Friday this season as we celebrate the return to the gridiron with the most highlights, reactions, and analysis of your favorite teams. Catch Sports Blitz Friday at 11 on ABC 7. Sports Blitz is brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 30 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. And by Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holden, where you'll find furniture that's in stock and ready for delivery.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you.
Golf tournaments are a staple of Maine summers, and there's one in Bangor with a little bit of a twist to benefit Special Olympics Maine. Teams flock to Fielder's Choice on the Audlin Road for the 3rd annual Biggest Little golf tournament and costume contest. The event was sponsored and organized by University Credit Union and CU Insurance Solutions. Organizers say the event builds on last year and is a fun way to make an impact.
We have all kinds of different companies that have come out to support, sponsor, play, dress up with us, all of that to help us sponsor Special Olympics and to let them to do all of those great athletics that they do. So we're super excited.
Very neat. It's going to all benefit the Special Olympians,
Yes.
too. Well, meanwhile, an ancient organ is making music for the very first time in 8 centuries. The oldest organ in the Christian world was played in Jerusalem this week. The instrument is restored from the original pipes from the 11th century. Researchers believe that the Crusaders brought the organ to France from Bethlehem, perhaps, during their period of rule over Jerusalem. After a century of use, the Crusaders buried it to protect it from invading Muslim armies. After full excavations were conducted, archaeologists uncovered over 200 bronze pipes, a set of bells, and other objects hidden. The project director says the organ was buried with the hope that it would be played again. The Bethlehem organ will now be housed at the Terra Sancta Museum in Jerusalem's old city, just miles from the church where it originally sounded. That's pretty neat. Researchers hope to finish restoring the entire organ and then create copies to be placed in churches all around the world. It's like hearing from a past time,
I know,
really.
it's so cool. Now here's meteorologist Devin Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College in Calais. Check out the new aquaculture technology program. Already some areas of dense fog developing this morning, mainly off towards the western parts of the state, maybe a little bit near Bar Harbor, but otherwise that's about it. We're looking pretty good this morning as high pressure continues to remain in control. Our picture from yesterday to even today not changing all that much, with a system to our south causing some clouds to develop and high pressure continuing to remain in control. Now there's that system right there, and in fact it will send some clouds in our direction today, but otherwise we will continue to remain quiet. There is another system off toward our north and west at this moment in time, so we will remain under a partly cloudy sky for today, and in fact later on tonight still some clouds lingering through, but as we head towards your Thursday, we will be under a mostly sunny sky, maybe some clouds passing through for your Thursday, a dry cold front moving through, but no precipitation to worry about, and in fact we clear out as we head towards Thursday night and the parts of Friday morning. We do need a lot of precipitation, though. Severe drought developing across a good part of the state, a small spot under some moderate drought. Abnormally dry as you head farther off towards the north. The northern parts of the state, the only part not under any drought at this moment in time. So we need a lot of precipitation. We're just not getting a lot of it yet. But today, not a lot of gusty winds. Tonight, not a lot of gusty winds either. But tomorrow, that will be changing with some gusty winds up to around 20 to even 25 miles per hour. But for today, a partly cloudy sky with highs in the low 70s. 70s and that south wind at around 5 miles per hour. So for tonight, we have mid-40s, partly cloudy, areas of dense fog with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Tomorrow, it is the September 11th anniversary, so we pause to remember that. We're going to be reaching for the upper 70s, partly cloudy and breezy, and that north wind at around 25 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Washington County Community College. Mostly sunny for your Friday with highs in the low 70s, lower 70s again for your Saturday, partly cloudy, and then lower 70s for your Sunday with a chance for rain showers.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Everything is so expensive these days, and being a widow makes things even tougher. I worked 4 jobs just to get by. That's why I'm so grateful for Senator Collins' new law. It restores Social Security benefits for thousands of Mainers just like me. Benefits we earned. Now, I can enjoy my retirement with my grandchildren. Thank you, Senator Collins, for always delivering for Maine.
Call Senator Collins. Thank her for fighting for Maine.
Summer is here, and it's heating up. You could be cooling down with a Fujitsu heat pump from Valley Home Services. Don't let the name fool you. Heat pumps aren't just for winter. They keep your home cool and comfortable even on the hottest days. No more straining your back with heavy window units. Just reliable, energy-efficient cooling at the push of a button. So why wait? Embrace the comfort with Fujitsu heat pumps and Valley Home Services. Call or visit us online today.
It's the season finale, so head to the kitchen and grab your
meatballs, cereal, fruit cake. It's the filthiest game I've ever experienced in my life.
Martin Short hosts the season finale of Match Game, tonight on ABC.
Last season on Jeopardy, a shocking end to a streak for the ages. Now the stage is set. Who will light it up? The all-new season of Jeopardy.
Yes, finally.
Only on ABC 7.
A very special alligator has sparked a celebration across the San Francisco area. That's where a rare albino alligator has become a local celebrity. People throughout the Bay Area are celebrating the 30th birthday of a gator named Claude. He even has his own Wikipedia page and has received fan mail from around the world. It's estimated that there are only about 100 albino alligators in the world. Many have a hard time surviving because they don't have melanin in their skin. They need to bake in the sun like other alligators. A big birthday celebration is planned for Claude later this week.
Happy birthday, Claude. Good for him. All right, that's it for this hour. We'll continue broadcasting on Fox 22, but if you're heading out for the day, we hope you have a great one.